We back, and time to meet up with the boys at Sukdol. See what the deal is here. We just went and basically conquered, what was it called? Malashov? Malashov. And now Otto von Bergov is a little bit on our side, it seems, which is still a bit odd, but whatever. We'll see what happens. Gotta meet up with everyone, I guess. Whoa! Who are we talking to exactly? Hello. Mauve! Hello, Zhishka. Here I am. What happens next? I don't know what to think of Malashov.
I'm not sure what to think of Malashov. I reckon it was a success. I can't bring myself to feel happy about it.
What's done is done. The devil got his ass kicked, the peasants still have a roof over their heads. And if it weren't for you, half our men who are now rotting beneath the walls would still be breathing.
I mean... maybe, but like... yeah.
After what I went through in Skalitz, I couldn't just burn down people's homes.
Tell that to the dead. If only you'd let the devil do his job, there'd be a lot less of them. Look,
I mean,
I know you
of our
probably
people.
imagined yourself heroically saving the king and protecting innocents. And believe me, that's exactly what we're doing. It's just not as simple and honorable as we'd like it to be.
See, it still would have been a bit odd, and it would have been conflicting. But had he suggested just burning the houses down but not killing the people, it would have been a better choice. But he literally said, we're going to burn down your houses and slaughter all these people. What did they do? They're just people. So I had to put my foot in the door and say, nuh-uh-uh.
So,
Nuh-uh-uh.
how's it going? Have you got anything out of von Bergov?
You came at the right time. We're just about to deal with him. And you can join in.
Cool. The interrogation of the captive von
Welcome to Sukdol,
Bergov.
Lord von Bergov.
It's being
Despite
prepared.
the circumstances that brought you here.
It is an honor, Peter. Compared to what I had to endure from Zhishka and Kunstadt, your good manners are a welcome change.
I'll do my best to make your, involuntary stay no more inconvenient than it has to be.
Aren't you being
I still
a
don't
bit
get why
too
she's here.
welcoming, Sir Peter?
Just what I was thinking. Fuck that bollocks. He's a captive, not some busty wench.
I mean,
He's
it
only
could be.
alive to squeal what he knows. It'd be quicker if I just beat it out of him.
Can't torture hostages, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. Can't torture.
Hold your horses. He's a noble and Sigismund's right hand. If we torture him, he'll be no use to us as a hostage.
Exactly.
And Sigismund will be out to avenge him.
That's true. Even though I'd be only too happy to settle scores with him. I gave him my word.
Why the fuck should I care about that?
When it comes down to it, the word of a nobleman is an oath before God. Even the devil must respect that.
Fuck this shit. The longer I listen to this bastards, the more my fists itch.
Then go away.
Instead of these pathetic threats, why do you not make me an offer? You do know that I am...
Shut your trap, Otto. Right now you're nothing. You lost most of your men at Rabos, and the rest croaked when we took Malashov. So what do you have left? A nice coat? And a smug face?
I'll take the coat.
Do you really think Sigismund made me his chamberlain because of my soldiers? Or to have someone to take care of the running of conquered fortresses?
Shut up, damn it! We're asking the questions.
Really? Then why have I not heard a single
Because
one yet?
devil's being
And what a
stupid.
shame that is. I am a pragmatic man, and I'm sure we can work something out. But lay a hand on me, and you will not hear a single word.
Okay, we better behave decently. He evidently doesn't know his place. Be decent here.
He's right.
I don't know. I don't know where I want to side on
closest
this.
man. He knows everything about him and his plans. We should try
That
it
is
the
true.
peaceful way first.
And if it doesn't work.
He talks just like Jobst. When he gets here, they can yak till doomsday for all I care. But now we just don't have the time.
Jobst wants to come back here. After he got away from us by the skin of his teeth?
Well, he has to show Sigismund our army up close.
So it's true. I couldn't believe the Margrave had finally made a move. I thought he would never march into battle.
Wouldn't you rather cooperate? You're not afraid, are you? Yas will sort you out. Yeah, cooperate with us.
See? Fortune is turning her back on you people. A pragmatic
Like,
man
I feel like I
like
should
you
kill
ought to
him.
recognize an opportunity.
But I do think
if you
he
help
has
us, the Margrave will remember you for it.
purpose.
And will also let bygones be bygones.
I
You're
don't know about
getting
all
ahead
that.
of yourself a bit, boy. The crown is still firmly on Sigismund's head, and Jobst won't find it easy to wrest it of him. Although, I expect you people have no idea of the situation Sigismund is in right now.
Oh. What situation is he in, then?
In the shit, Lord Trotznov. In the shit. So, a sensible person should seize every opportunity that presents itself. And I am eminently sensible. Lord Capon,
Yes?
No,
when
don't
you
get
came
him
to
involved.
Trotsky, you were carrying a message with an offer of an alliance from Lords Hanush and Radzik, were you not?
This is
Exactly.
true.
I think it is time I gave you my answer.
I mean, you're gonna go with what?
Seriously?
Are you not glad? I thought that was what
Yeah,
you were
but,
after
like,
the whole time.
I don't think
You're not a
Henry
really good
shares your
guy.
sense of politics, sir.
You think I'm some villain, don't you?
You
But
seem like
I've
a
only
flip-flop
ever wanted what is best.
for you.
What is best for this country, for my loyal supporters, and naturally, for myself. And I'm not ashamed of that.
He's choosing the side
And
that
it
wins at the
appears
time
that
that they're winning.
Sigismund is no longer what is best. He's in trouble, both here and in Hungary. The army is not getting paid, morale is poor, and the Kuttenberg miners are rebelling. So the
I had
crown
a
is
hand in
running
that.
out of silver.
I see. The butcher's on his way, so you want to flee the pigsty, eh?
Naturally. And together we can even set fire to this pigsty, as you put it. If you want my advice.
I'm all ears, sir.
The last straw Sigismund is grasping is the royal treasury at the Italian court. If he were to lose his silver, he wouldn't be able to pay his soldiers and would have to withdraw to Hungary.
We're supposed to rob the Italian court.
I could do
The
that.
most secure place in the town?
I could do
Of
that.
course! And while you're there, you can also free the lords captured at Raborsch.
My father.
Lord Pisek, as the former mint master, you must surely know of some way to sneak in.
There is no way. The court's an impregnable fortress.
I want his
Really?
jacket or shirt.
What about tunneling in?
What?
There are hundreds of tunnels beneath the city. And if
Oh.
I'm not mistaken, one of them runs
That makes a
beneath
little more
the
sense.
court.
Oh, she was
That's
gonna say
total
we dig a tunnel.
madness. There might be some passageway leading there, but no one knows those old tunnels now. Besides, they
I've
might
been
collapse
through a
at
few.
any time. One could easily come to a bad end there.
But that can also happen when you try to mount a horse drunk.
True.
What's with this tunnel?
There's a whole labyrinth of tunnels under
Oh
the
god,
city.
don't tell me
You'd
stupid.
have to dig from inside the
Capon's
treasury
gonna
to
be
find the
involved.
one you want. And where they all lead to, God alone knows.
God and me.
Oh, pardon me, milady, but how would you know?
Not all young noble women devote their days to embroidery, Sir Peter. I look after Father's documents, and I know all about the plans of the passageways beneath our palace. St. James's Church owes its existence in part to the generous donations of the Ruthards. So in the past we had a secret underground entrance built into its crypts, and St. James's is right next to the Italian court.
A handy escape route from the palace, eh? If you don't mind
Interesting.
crawling through a tunnel, that is.
Which
In
you
short, you can
evidently.
theoretically walk directly from Ruthard Palace to the Italian court.
Sure. That is, after breaking through the walls that separate the crypt from the tunnel, and the tunnel from the cellars.
That sounds good.
By Christ. It's worth a try.
That sounds almost too good to be true.
It does, but
And too easy. With a bit of luck, we'll get to the cellars of the court.
be
What
hopeful.
then?
What do you think? The guards will come down on you and it'll all be over.
Nah, I'm Bill Different
So
Watch.
we need someone who can help us on the inside. Someone who'll distract the guards and lead us to the silver.
Oh, that guy. Yeah. No.
What about Ulrich Vavak? If we threaten him a little, he might help us.
Most importantly, he's got the Mintmaster's key. You'll need it to get to the silver. But I wouldn't advise you to rely on the help of that sycophant of Sigismund's.
Nor would I. Couldn't your brother help us instead, Lord Pisek?
Christian? He can be hard to deal with sometimes. He'd be taking a big risk, and besides, he doesn't have the Mintmaster's key to the treasury. I'm afraid Vavak's your only hope.
There is one other possibility.
Oh? What's that, Sir Otto?
Perhaps you have heard about the expected arrival here of a rare visitor from very far away.
Who? Do you mean... Surely not.
The very one.
Oh,
What the fuck are you talking about? Speak clearly.
Well then, a papal legate is on his way to the town directly from Rome. He's coming to adjudicate the dispute about the new church.
What's that got to do with us?
Where would he be received except at the Italian court, along with his entourage?
so we
No
become
knows.
one of the entourage.
No one has ever seen them, and very few understand their language. They might as well be volunteering for you to take their place.
Bugger me. This is starting to sound fucking good.
What? What do you mean, take their place? Are we supposed to kill them, or what?
Pretty
Why
much.
not?
Fuck.
Say nothing.
Jesus. Get a grip, fellas. Do you want to burn in hell?
Calm down. We'll just lock the Pope's lackey up for a bit, and once we've got the silver, we'll let him go again. No one gets hurt.
That works.
St. Joseph, cover thy ears.
Where will we find that legate?
He's staying in Loretz, at the vineyard. He's got the use of the whole place for himself and his escort. And I don't know how many there are.
Good. We'll send Catherine there to have a look.
And then we'll burst in there and cause a bit of a fuss, so he doesn't get any stupid ideas. And that'll be that.
Maybe we say nothing.
Gentlemen, the legate is a man of the cloth, like me. I know Latin, and even a bit of Italian too, as it happens. I could explain to him what we need. Maybe we can persuade him to go along with it.
He'll
I
tell us
don't
to
think
kiss
that'll
his arse,
work.
more likely.
Sir Hinek, never underestimate the power of sweet words. Especially when the listener has a knife at his throat.
It's true, none of us would be very convincing as an Italian cardinal. It'd be better if we made him take us with him, as his retinue.
I mean, yeah, that's what... Well, I guess it wouldn't... Like, that was my thought, but I guess that really wouldn't work, because he would be like, who the heck are you people? So yeah. What will we do with the retinue? What will we do once we're inside? What if you won't cooperate? See, I just never know. Is this one of those, you get one choice, or you get all three? Because I want to know the answer to all three of them. We'll
But
go
what
from
do we
top
do
to
with the
bottom if we
legate's
can.
real retinue?
Lock them up at the Devil's Den.
I thought
One of
that
our
place
men
wasn't
can
secure.
guard them there.
A couple more peculiar fellas blabbering nonsense won't look out of place there in the slightest.
Yeah, see?
Alright, let's say we get inside with the legate. What then? What if he betrays us?
That's why we mustn't let him out of our sight. Godwin will take care of that.
Me?
But why couldn't
Said
Godwin
you spoke Italian, didn't you?
replace him?
If he starts squealing, you'll hold a dagger to his ribs and ask him politely to play nice.
May God look the other way.
Meanwhile, the rest of us will have to deal with the guards inside, prepare the ground for digging, and open the treasury.
That's damned risky.
No one will be expecting us. As long as we don't make a ruckus too soon, it'll all be over. And the whole place will be ours before they even notice.
Yeah, what if he doesn't
What if the
cooperate?
legate refuses to talk to us?
That is a
We can
big
always beat him
deal.
up,
Okay.
take his clothes, and let someone else put them on.
I do like that.
Godwin, eh?
Yeah.
Since he's a
that's
priest.
that's what I would do.
Hold on.
Maybe not beat him up, but
I'm not going to play the jester for anyone.
come on, Goblin.
Nobody's asking you to. We stick to the plan.
Nah,
We'll
I kind of
work
like
on
the other
legate
one.
so he agrees to take us in with him. Then we'll find a way somehow.
All right. I can't think of anything better anyway.
I can.
Agreed then. We'll try
No one
gentle
gonna ask me.
persuasion to begin with. And now, to the task. Henry, you go to the town and squeeze anything that could help us out of Vavak.
Most importantly, get that key from him.
Then wait for us at Ruthard Palace, where we'll set up our base. We'll get there first thing in the morning.
And how are you going to get inside? The palace will be closed and maybe guarded. I don't expect you want to march through the main entrance, where everyone can see you, and break the gate down while you're at it.
That's true, milady. What do you suggest?
There's not only a passageway to the church, but also down to the river. I know it like the back of my hand. I could show Henry the way if you like.
No offense, my lady, but you'll be safer here.
She's coming with me.
She's coming with me. Nobody knows Ruthard Palace as well as Lady Rosa.
Yeah, I think that's a better
Do you want to get
idea.
into the court? Then you need Ruthard Palace. You want Ruthard Palace? Then I'm coming along.
All right.
And we can have a little
Both
bonding.
of you are going to town.
Let's go.
And no dawdling. You should be on the road tomorrow at the latest. Time is of the essence.
Well, that's that then. Let's get to work.
Okay. Meeting adjourned. Escort Lady Rosa. You ready? You ready? Are you ready? Seems we'll ride ahead together.
It looks like the two
Get out
of
of
us
the way,
will be going
Zizka.
to Kuttenberg alone.
I can hardly wait.
Okay, that didn't seem... Aren't you looking forward to it?
Aren't you looking forward to going home?
When they captured Pa, Van Bergov's people came to Ruthard Palace.
So I guess that's how she
Did they
got
do anything to you?
taken.
No, I wasn't harmed. But before they took me away, they ransacked the place. Then Von Bergov just took me to Malashov. It's likely Vavak took our home for himself. He's always threatened to do that.
Well, you can try. When we free your father, Ruthard Palace will be yours again.
I hope so. But that's still far from certain.
How do we even get inside Ruthard Palace?
Like I said, through the underground.
Well,
Didn't you
suppose
say
by
from the
now I
river?
ought to know you don't have back doors here. Just secret passages, eh?
You are in mining country, you know. There's more going on here below ground than above.
How will I find the entrance this time? From the position of some cross again?
No, I'll guide you this time. It's just below the walls. You only need to know where to turn.
Are you ready to go?
There's no point in dallying.
Agreed.
All right, let's go.
This dude just watching us this whole time. Later, near Kuttenberg.
Well, here we are.
Here we are.
I'm not keen on going into that darkness.
I got a
I'm
torch.
afraid.
Of the dark? Me? I'm not a little girl. But God knows what we'll find inside. Especially at the far end.
I'll be with you. If anything happens, just stay behind me and...
Ah, my hero. But since I'm the one who knows the way, I'll be
I mean, you
going
could always
first.
just be like, go left, go right, but sure. Follow your lead, my lady.
Usually there's only a small trickle running through here. The water must have risen.
Make a joke.
Careful not to fall into the water. Those servants might think there's a water sprite crawling out of their cellar.
Most of them have known me since I was a little girl, and they're not easily frightened. Do you have any idea how many times they had to wash, dress, and groom me to make me presentable to my father? I mean, when I was little, of course.
Of course. Nothing like being in the caves. Yet again. This lady really knows a lot about caves. We should make sure we have this, like, at the ready.
Oof, startled me. Anyway, what's Lord Capon's problem with underground passageways?
Bro, I
When
don't
mentioned
even
it at
know.
Sukdol, he looked like he was about to faint.
When we
I
were
do know,
defending
but-
Barkov, he got buried under the rubble from a demolished tower.
Oh my god!
He was lucky to survive it.
He was fine.
Still remember him calling for help. He was scared to death. There was nothing we could do. That's when he was captured by von Bergov. Since then, he's not comfortable with
Bruh.
tight
I was
spaces.
trying to see what was over there, but
Sorry.
whatever.
I was a silly goose to bring it up.
Nah. He's a baby. I don't like him. He's an idiot. He always ruins things for us. See, like, is this stuff I can loot? Come back. Don't leave without me.
This is going to be a bit difficult.
What?
Everything alright?
No. Don't you see how deep it is ahead of us?
Nah, I really didn't look.
I hope you don't expect me to carry you.
I most certainly do. Unless you want to prove to me that you really are an uncouth village oaf after all.
Alright.
Well, what's to be done? I'll carry you over.
Don't worry, though. I'm not some fragile petal. Well, you said it was hardly knee-deep. This is not how one carries a lady, you barbarian.
Maybe not in Kuttenberg, but it's how we did it in Skalitz.
Bro, you could
But
drop
it's
her
not
in the
very
water.
comfortable.
Ah, just grin and bear it, my lady. We're almost there.
Can I do a... I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna reload it just because I think it'd be funny.
Ah! Getting me all wet like that. You've got no shame. I'll walk the rest of the way myself before you drown me.
Nah, well, that wasn't funny. I expected something funny. Here you go. Here you go.
Oof. I don't think you'd be welcome at a royal court. But I am dry, so I thank you.
I'm not. Like how we get drunk from drinking a save potion. That's so ridiculous. I got a skill that I think negates that a little bit, if I remember correctly. Don't get as wasted. What happened to her
I hear voices. Looks like we've got company.
lantern?
And not welcome company, I reckon.
That was so loud. I was like, what the heck is that? What are you doing? Crouch down. We don't know what's on the other side of this door. Stay here.
Look at all this mess. I can hardly recognize this place.
This doesn't look like the work of Avak's people.
So
More like
maybe he
city
didn't take
rabble
it
and
over.
beggars.
They're acting like they own the place.
Well, let's kill him.
Pa were to see this,
But he's not here
we
to.
must get rid of them.
What do you mean by get rid of them? So I'm supposed to slaughter them? And what are you gonna do? Yeah, what do you mean?
What do you mean, get rid of them?
You killed most of von Bergov's garrison at Malashov, and now you want me to tell you what to do?
Okay.
My. How quickly Lady Rosa can change her mind. What's the difference between those ragamuffins upstairs and the villagers at Malashov, eh?
But this is our home. Our property. They have no right.
True.
You're
Sure.
right. We have to get rid of them.
They're
But maybe it
ruffians.
can be done without violence.
Nah, let's
I'll
just
go
kill
and see
them.
who they are and what to do about them. Right. Here we go.
Wait a moment.
Yes.
Do you see this ivy here? It goes all the way up to the window of my chamber. That's where I keep my crossbow. I bet that riffraff didn't find it. If I climb up there, I can cover you from above. Just in case.
Yeah, that doesn't sound
What?
very safe.
Are you crazy? You can't climb such a height.
Oh, don't worry. I've been climbing up there ever since I was a little girl.
But they'll see you.
No, they won't. I'll be round the corner before they have a chance. There's a wooden balustrade there all the way to the window.
Oh, what?
It's like climbing a ladder.
Okay, that's rude, and that will definitely get us scolded, so.
If you say so. But if anything happens, hide. Got it?
All right. Now turn around so you can't see up my skirt.
Turn back! Turn back!
Right then. Here we go. I hope Rosa can aim well.
We know she can, she's already killed some people. Remember when they first raided? He said me. Let's see what happens. Let's talk
Calm
this
down.
over.
I just want to talk. I'm not looking to harm you.
Talk, eh? You don't want to harm us? Hark at him.
Let's get rid of him. What do you say, fellas?
You're mine.
I hate how long it takes to do that. It's actually crazy.
Rosa, could you Rosa!
Ow. I warned you. We could have been friends,
Waiting for you.
but they wanted to be rude. Who needs high ground when you got the low ground? Am I right? Am I right? Or am I right?
What the?
Where did that even hit?
What do you want?
Okay, this fighting on this staircase is not really going well. Like, animation-wise. Obviously it's going well because we're not dead.
Are you alright?
I am. For now. Are you alright, Henry?
You
I
didn't-
think I hit one too.
You didn't. Nice shot.
Good shot. Capon and
I
Cabianca
don't think
wouldn't
she did
believe their
anything.
eyes.
I don't even think she shot.
Thanks.
Is something wrong?
Someone's trying to break through the door.
Maybe jump
Damn
out.
it. I'll be there in a moment.
Be careful.
Load your crossbow, and if they get inside before I get there, shoot them.
But don't
I
shoot me.
barricaded the door. I'm sure I can hold out for a while.
I would like to have looted these guys, but let's make sure she doesn't die.
What a mess.
Oh, hey, how's it going? Your buddy's dead.
Show your stuff.
Your other buddy's dead. You're dead. Get away!
What was that?
What was what? Let's actually make sure. I mean, it says that it's clear, so I would imagine, you know, it's clear. But let's make sure that it is before we go letting her out. We're not trying to let her die here. We could always rob them, too. I mean, odds of them having anything not robbed is probably extremely low. What are these people carrying? Like, what kind of things do we got here? I mean, I'll take those. You never know what they might open. I mean, for beggars, they're really not, carrying much after robbing the place. Take some moonshine, why not? It's safe.
Rosa? It's me.
Henry, are you alright?
I'm in one piece.
Are they gone? All of them?
Aye. It's over.
Alright.
Depends on what you mean by gone, because, you know, he's right here.
You can come in now.
Hey! Just in case, you know.
So, here we are.
Why my helmet off?
Welcome home.
It doesn't feel much like home anymore. They were behaving like animals in here.
It'll be alright.
Right. We've got a lot of work to do, but we'll get there. You'll see. We have to. There's a lot at stake.
That's true. You know, Henry, I want to ask you something. And I want an honest answer, all right?
Okay.
If everything were to go wrong at the Italian court, and God forbid you had to choose, would you still try to rescue my father? Even if it meant putting stealing the silver in jeopardy?
Yeah, he was a cool guy. Wow. It's not that simple. It's pretty simple. You do need the allies.
The lives of allies are obviously the most valuable
You could
assets
always
to us.
attack the silver another way.
Without their
Can't get
support,
your allies
the
back.
silver would be useless anyway.
Not to mention, it wouldn't last you very long anyway.
What's that supposed to mean?
We'll either leave the Italian court with the lords, or...
Not,
or not
at
at
all.
all.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the mess. Our boys will happily clean up once they get here. We owe you that.
The mess is the last thing on my mind. There was my mother's silver, my brother's hunting trophies, and my books.
I could always
It's all
buy you more
gone.
books. I got
If
a
our
lot of
plan
money.
succeeds and your father is freed, do you know what will come next?
I try not to think about it.
Why? That's why you're helping us, isn't it?
If you get the king's silver, my father and I will have to hide. Leave the region, go somewhere out of Sigismund's men's reach, and you and I will have to part ways.
I mean, honestly, I don't know. All three of these are pretty good. Gonna miss you quite a lot. I won't let you go away. Yeah.
I won't let you go away. Even if I have to fight with your father, Zizka, and the devil,
Is that so?
I'll even tell Sigismund. Run back to Hungary. This girl is staying here.
That all sounds very nice, but there's nothing left here anyway.
I mean, you still
We've
have the
lost
building.
everything.
Oh. That dog Henry. Good thing Catherine's not here. Hey, you didn't lose everything.
You'll be all right.
My father would clap you in irons for that.
I'd like to see him dry.
And for this?
Oh, it seems you know how a lady should be carried.
Where to, ma'am? I don't see any rivers, ditches, or puddles to cross.
Dami castitatem e continentiam, sed non le moro.
Oh, yes, of course.
Forward, Sir Knight.
Bruh. I'm sure Teresa won't mind. Or Catherine. Rosa talks in her sleep. We do know Latin, don't we? Not a lot, but we do know it.
Oh, Christ. Oh, is it morning already?
What the heck are we
Sister and
wearing?
The others will most likely be here by now. I should go and have a look.
Well, we should at least talk to her.
You know about yesterday evening? And night?
What about it?
I thought maybe you want to talk about it.
Do you think there's anything to talk about?
Well, what's next for us?
Nothing, most likely. I'm
Wow.
Lord Ruthard's daughter. Our name still means a lot, despite all the trouble we're in. When my
Rude?
power is free and an opportunity presents itself, I'll have to get married.
Hmm.
Has your father already picked a groom for you?
Not yet, but I know how it goes. If I'm lucky, I'll marry a young nobleman and soon bear him a bunch of children. And if I'm really lucky, they'll find me some old man who will drop dead before we even leave the church.
That's... Oh.
I'll marry you then.
What?
If we can free your father, I could ask him for your hand in marriage. Even under threat that he'll go back under lock and key if he refuses.
I don't think he'd allow it either way. Lord Ruthard's daughter, and the bastard son of the Lord of Skalitz, who was driven out of his estate by Sigismund himself.
Okay, you don't have to put all that
That's
in a
not going to
sentence.
happen.
That's rude.
Although, our plan may very well fail, and no one might survive. Why throw something nice away prematurely? You know, carpe diem et memento mori.
Well, if that's how you feel.
Okay, well, getting nowhere out of that then, I guess. Bro, they really just gave me nothing. I gotta put everything on one step at a time. That's crazy. She literally just said, nope, not anymore. We don't need you. Well, you know what? I don't need you. I don't need you. That goes on 2. This goes on 4. This goes here. This goes here. We pop those there. We use this. Whoops. And we use that. Oh my god. Then we go strong marigold. We go regular marigold. And then we go weak. I guess we don't. I don't know there. Good. Good. Oh, someone's here. We're really switching up places a lot. Yo, what's good? I hate you still, but what up?
What do you make of this Brabant fellow?
He's unquestionably a remarkable knight, that Vakalin. He rambles on a lot, though. My head nearly burst listening to him sometimes. Although it was better than being stuck there alone. Otherwise, he seems to me like a bold and worldly gentleman, if a little obsessed with wealth.
Who isn't these days?
I agree. He seems quite likeable. And he's got a score to settle with Sigismund, like we do.
He certainly has.
What happened when von Bergov hauled you off after the Nabokov battle?
It was a dreadful journey. Jesus, don't even remind me.
I'm sure it won't.
It was a bit better in Malashov. Apart from being locked up, of course.
Anything happen?
Did anything happen along the way?
No, but it took ages to get to Malashov. 4 or 5 days in that god-awful cart. I was travelling with von Owlet's minions. They hauled me in one of the wagons. They treated my wounds a bit, but I was still in a really bad way. After that battle and all.
Yeah, but you didn't really do much.
What did they do with you in Malashov?
Nothing much, actually. They took care of my wounds, and then stuck me in a room with Brabant. But they treated me decently, as befits a noble. Von Bergov came asking questions a couple of times, but that was about it. Only I almost went mad from being cramped in that damned room. It's a good thing you got me out of there.
I'm tempted to put you back.
What was the problem with the room?
That I couldn't get out of there.
True.
You saw yourself when you came for me, didn't you?
You always could have jumped out the window.
It's just that since Nabokov,
Hope that you
when
didn't
they shot
die.
the tower right down on my head and I was stuck there. Well, since then, I don't feel well in cramped spaces.
Yes, I noticed.
Actually, I never did. I always preferred to be outdoors.
You're indoors right now.
Since Nabokov, it's worse than ever. I had a feeling the roof would fall on my head again and I'd be buried alive.
Pity you live in a castle, true. Never let you out. Yeah, pity you live in a castle.
I understand. It's a bit awkward for you that the nobility lives in castles.
That's a fact. Once I get my hands on my estates, I'll build a new castle that only has huge rooms and lots of spacious courtyards. And above all, no secret passages.
Great. I'm really looking forward to this new castle of yours.
You can be the castellan or something. Don't worry, I won't forget you. I'll even have a forge built so you feel right at home.
Thank you. Yeah, what
did von Bergov want from you?
Just the usual courtesies. The captivity of nobles has to observe certain formalities, you know? It's not like they could just throw you in some hole. They behaved fairly respectfully, but of course he was fishing for information. About Radzig and Hanush and especially Jobst. What they're planning, how many men they have on the field, who else they're negotiating with and that.
Yeah, did you tell them anything?
What did you tell him?
Nothing that he didn't already know. I played as dumb as the village idiot.
Played.
I only told him they sent us with that message and
He really
discussed
just said
the rest
played.
when we were gone.
And did he swallow it?
Buddy.
I think he suspected I was bluffing a bit, and then he tried to loosen my tongue by letting me go hungry for a while. But he soon gave up when he saw he was getting nothing more from me.
My word. Nice work keeping him at bay.
Yeah, it's assuming that he's telling the truth. I don't care about that.
But the main thing is, you're alive and kicking. And back with us.
Indeed.
Alright. I forgot. I was going to say earlier when we were at that little round table thing.
Hey, you still drunk?
Shut up. I'll go outside so they don't talk to me. What I would do, now that we have von Bergov on our quote-unquote side, because he has the telltale signs of being a flip-flop on whatever side he finds most victorious at the time, you use him, but you don't tell him anything. So, like, realistically, I should be able to take that and not steal it. Realistically, I don't think we should really have him sitting at the table knowing all our plans. Because if things start going south, he can just flip sides again. That's crazy talk. We don't want that. But what can you do? You gotta use him to your advantage. Then maybe eventually gain the trust We don't know what he's up to, and I don't like it.
I see you're already here. How was the journey? Did you run into any trouble?
No, it actually went quite well. Brabant wouldn't shut up, though.
So it
Credit
seems.
where credit's due. He really helped in Malishov. That hit to the gate came at just the right time. And we'd have dropped like flies if not for his men. But sometimes, I feel like letting something blow up next to my head too. Just so as not to have to listen to him for a while.
It's a bit rude.
I'd be more interested in hearing what happened here yesterday.
Well,
What we got here was like a pigsty.
Everything went well.
We ran into a few scoundrels, but everything went well.
So,
Wink, wink.
those corpses in the courtyard.
As I said,
Sad.
went well.
But inevitable.
Anyway, I told the men to get rid of the bodies and clean up the place a little. Hope the lady won't mind.
Quite the contrary, I think.
How did it go with Vavak, anyway?
Well, after everything that happened, I didn't want to leave Rosa here by herself. I'll have to go and see him now.
I understand. But go and see him as soon as possible. We won't get anywhere without his Mint Master's key.
Well, it's a good thing we got time to go for it. Get the royal key from the... or get the key from the royal treasury. Idiot. Get his help. Let's see how easy it'll be to get his help. I'm not entirely sure he'll be too thrilled to see us. Because I'm pretty sure when we were at the meeting with Sigismund, I basically said, do this for me and we're done. And obviously we're no longer done. Or at least trying to be. Where is he? He's in this building somewhere. You can't tell me you can't jump through that.
Not a soul around. Very odd.
Very odd indeed. What did that say? Sit. I ain't trying to sit. What am I, a dog? Well, we're here. We might as well look around and see what there is to see. And by that I mean steal. Some milk. How are we on food? I could take some. No. We just got full off of one spoonful of food. Now that's food. I'll take that, thank you. What are the odds these lead to the same place? Oh, okay.
Henry?
Oh, hey. What are you doing
How the hell
here?
did you get in here?
I'm the one asking the questions.
I'm the one asking questions here.
Yeah, how is he here?
What are you doing here?
I'm dealing with some trouble.
So I see. What trouble, though?
In case you hadn't noticed, the lord of the house isn't here. He took to the hills.
What? When?
Only a few days ago. He took the coin from his little secret operation, packed up quietly in the night, and went God knows where.
There's no one looking for him. What are you looking for? Did he take the key? We'll get to that
Has
one.
no one been looking for him?
No. He'd occasionally be gone from the Italian court for weeks on end. What's a few days compared to that?
True.
What
What
are
are
you
you
actually
here
looking
for?
for here?
Bavark's papers, especially ones with my name on them. I can't have people from the court finding evidence of my connection to the secret enterprise.
Did Vavak take the Mint Master's key with him?
Well, if he had any sense left, he'd leave it here.
Why's that?
No one will be looking for the coin from the secret enterprise. But if it turned out Vavark had disappeared with the treasury key, the whole court would be after him.
True.
Unfortunately, Vavark isn't that stupid.
What's to be done? Damn it. I wanted to talk to Vavak about it, but me and you are going to have to sort it out. The question is whether I can trust you.
Excuse me. I took a big risk to help you
Yeah, I
last
don't
time.
see why we
and you
wouldn't.
don't trust me all of a sudden?
Only this time the risk is even bigger.
Risk, you say? Nothing ventured, nothing gained, as they say. And I like gains.
What
Talk
kind of
to me then.
gains?
It can't hurt to try. The worst that might happen is I won't help you.
Well, no, the worst that might happen is that you would know my plan and then tell somebody. I'll only tell you the bare essentials. I mean, we have his brother helping us, and this guy did help us previously. And if I remember correctly, there was no issue with the help that he gave us, so why not?
All right. But your life depends on nobody finding out about this.
Ah, don't worry. My life was at stake last time, and we're both still here. So you can trust me.
I hope so. Me and a few others want to rob the treasury in the Italian court.
What? My word! I was bracing myself for anything but this. Have you lost your mind?
No,
Calm down,
we're
for
good.
God's sake. I know how it sounds, but we've got a good reason and a good plan. Believe me. We just need a little help getting
Ever heard of
inside.
tunnels?
That's what I need Vivak for. But he's not here now.
I hardly think the dirt we have on him would be enough to make Vivak do something as crazy as that. So, why do you think I should take such a big risk? Do you know how much trouble Baresh's murder caused me? The one you neglected to tell me about.
It just never came up.
I was hoping that I'd take over the mint one day as it was. But now I'll have to get silver from God knows where. Why the hell should I help you?
We'll give you some of the silver. You'll get him in trouble. You'll become the new mint master.
Think about it. Vavak's gone, and if we succeed, Sigismund won't have any coin to pay his army. He'll go back to Hungary without appointing a new mint master. That will be your chance.
I can't deny it. You know how to sweet-talk a fellow. All right? Let's say I'll help you. But there's one thing we have to be clear about.
Yes.
If it all goes wrong and the slightest shadow of suspicion falls on me, I'll spill the beans about the secret mint.
Are you
And
serious?
I'll blame it all on you. You know a lot, and you'll happily confess in the torture chamber.
Well, all right then.
What do you mean, all right then?
Glad we understand each other.
What?
So,
This guy basically just
What
said if anything
exactly is
happens,
your plan?
he's spilling
We'll get
everything.
into the church council
I wouldn't
meeting
continue
of the
telling him
legate's
anything.
retinue.
the legates? What do you mean?
You cover us if we need it. The church council meeting will distract them from the theft. Yeah.
We'll
Bro,
make
this
it
guy's...
nice and clear to the cardinal
I'm not
that he'd be
agreeing with
wise
this
to
now.
cooperate with us.
Shouldn't have told him
And
anything.
while he's gabbing on in the meeting, we'll get to work in the guise of retinue.
For Christ's sake! Do you really think nobody will recognize you?
Yeah,
Do any
I
of
mean,
you
I'm
even
pretty
speak
unrecognizable.
Italian?
Most people here have never even heard Italian anyway.
Except Giuseppe, our captain of the guard. He's as Italian as Terzarima. And for weeks, he's been going on about nothing else but having the opportunity to talk to a compatriot.
In any case, it'd be wise to have someone at the meeting who can make sure the legate doesn't do anything stupid. We'll be keeping an eye on him, of course, but it'd be better to have a local on hand as well. And that would be your job.
Well, how can I put it? If you manage to get to Cardinal Pozzo and persuade him to help you, take you with him to the Italian court, not give anything away, and lastly, make it through the entire council without shitting himself, I'll walk barefoot to Rome myself.
Yeah, very droll. So will you help
Just give him
us or
some
not?
wine. I'm sure
I
he'll
can turn a
do what
blind
we
eye
need.
to someone sneaking around the courtyard, or reassure anyone at the council who notices something is off. But don't expect anything more. And what will your lot do in the meantime?
Yeah. That's all you need to know.
That's all you need to know. We just need you at the council.
This guy's
Very well then.
clearly not going to be
Now I
a
just need to find Vavak's key.
trustworthy guy.
Have you seen it?
No, the only thing I found Vivart left is this letter. Here, take it. Maybe it'll help you. And Henry, don't forget, I'll help you. But I can't afford to be under any suspicion. Do you understand?
Count on me. And thank you.
Save the thanks, and let me get to work.
I don't know. It might have been a big mistake telling him anything. Like, I can read that. Does this work? I don't think that'll work. Scribbled. It works. To the hands of Sir Christian of Pisek, the Mint Master of the Royal Mint at the Italian Court. If you're reading these lines, know that I am long out of town. I know you, you sycophant.
Paul now?
Have had your eye on my position for a long time. Can you shut up over there?
No Pisek to be seen.
Shut up. Sorry, I'll be able to see your face when they find out where I left you the key. The only thing left is to wish you to enjoy your new title with honor. Won't last anyway. Let the Italian court sink into the ground, the city council choke on the monastery wine, the secret enterprise be revealed, and you and your brother hang from the beam. Okay, but like, where's the key? I'm guessing it's somewhere out there. I don't know. I don't need those. I don't need that either. Might have nothing worth stealing. A way to be useless. So what was up here then? Jeez, this is a big old house. What's all the bag of nails? Who needs that many nails? Why is everything already unlocked? I guess if you're packing up and dipping, what do you really need to take everything with you for? Now that I think about it, I haven't broken a lockpick in a long time. Oh, $6, wow. What the heck are you doing in here? Anything in the attic? Oh, this is a big place. Nothing really of value, but place nonetheless. A lot of kits. Too bad I've got so many and don't need more. It's a pretty fancy bed for a place up here. I'm not gonna take those. Not worth my time. Or the space. Alright, get me out of here. Ain't nothing of use. What's in here? A lot of nothing. This place. Alright. Let's find this key. Tell me put it in the poop box. That's disgusting.
Ugh.
That was easy.
Well, that really is disgusting. Fuck you, Vavak. Wherever you are.
Easy to find though. You're drinking poop water. Alright, where are we going? Back to the estate. Guess it's technically a palace is what they're calling it. I wouldn't really call it a palace, I'd call it an estate. It's a nice place though. This is what's cool. Maybe you should have the door closed with some guards, but you know, that's just my thoughts. We are almost out of the time, but we'll turn in the quest, see what there is to do.
I was at the Mint Master's place.
Hold on. Everybody should be hearing this.
Okay.
Well, how did it go?
This isn't everybody.
Aye, I've got it. But it stinks a bit.
Quel puanteur! Put it away unless you want to see my breakfast.
And what about the Mint Master? Will he help us out?
He's
Bavat
gone.
got out of the town. But in his house, I met Christian of Pisek, the steward of the Italian court. He promised to help us if we get in a tight spot.
Can we trust him?
I think so.
No.
He owes me.
No.
But he's afraid they'd know if he was involved.
Did he tell you anything interesting?
He said we were good as dead. True. He said the guard commander speaks Italian. You know. I mean, that is important.
The commander of the Italian court is a native Italian. If we're going to be convincing, we'll have to be damn cautious and hope the legate doesn't say anything he shouldn't. Let's pray Godwin can keep it under control.
I'm not one to boast, you know, but few people can match my gift for languages. It would be a sin not to use it. Sono un buon gustaio. Le donne qui sono bellissime. E il vino è delizioso.
Forget it. That face of yours is known all over town. You'll stand at the back and try to be invisible.
But Godwin could surely benefit from some Italian lessons.
I would rather teach a horse the basse danse.
He said you were... Yeah, he said we were as good as dead.
When
He
he
did say
heard what
that.
we were up to, he said we were mad. According to him, we'll either get killed on the spot or end up on the gallows.
Maybe we should, reconsider.
This fella's got no imagination. If we could snatch von Bergau's fucking cannon, this'll be a piece of cake.
We.
That's
He
all he
said
told
we.
me.
I'm
Let's get to
basically the one who
point.
did it.
We must have everything ready before Catherine returns from Loretz, especially the way through to the court.
I should say so. If I'm going to send my men, I have to know exactly where the way through is to be made.
That'll be your job, Henry. And Brabant's going with you.
Excuse-moi? Why should I?
Because you've been telling us you know the Kuttenberg underground like the back of your hand.
And I do.
How do you know?
But not firsthand. Only from mind maps and drawings. Nobody will let men of my standing enter those moldy shafts.
What are we going to do in the cellar? What are the others going to do now? I'd rather go with someone else. What are we going to do in the
What
cellar?
exactly are we supposed to do in that cellar?
Get as far as you can and mark the spot where Brabant's men will start digging.
I see. Why do I feel like that sounds a bit too easy?
Well, we have no idea what's really down there, so you better have a weapon handy.
Come now. Surely you do not mean...
Ruthard's daughter will tell you more. She came up with this
What
part of
else
the
could be
plan.
down there? Are there going to be, like, goblins? Like, hello? Why would there be people down there?
Where are the others, anyway? Kubienka, Ada, and Janos.
They heard there was work to be done, so they left à l'anglaise.
Did you do the work of 3, eh? At least with your mouth.
They're getting some wagons so we can move the silver. If Pisak wasn't lying, there's quite a hole there.
If Brabant doesn't want to go into the tunnels, I'll go with someone else.
With Ruthard's daughter, eh? One night wasn't enough for you.
I meant with
Yeah, you
somebody
know
like
that.
Sam. He knows his way around the town underground too.
Oui. That is a good idea.
That'd be
Why
a little
not?
brotherly bonding.
Maybe the cold down there will cool his hot head.
What will you lot do in the meantime?
We'll be doing the planning. We've got to bring those captured Italians to the Devil's Den somehow. They'll just sit tight till we give them back their legate, and then we'll let them all go.
The main thing is keeping Godwin away from the booze. Or we'll have no way of talking to the gents from Rome.
Okay. Well, it seems we have a plan. What exactly is down in those mine tunnels, I don't really know, and that's a bit, suspicious. The fact that they're kind of afraid. I don't know why there'd be dudes down there. What are people doing, unless they're miners? But, like, I don't know. We'll have to see. Very interesting, very interesting. Now we'll... Oh, she's right there. No. Because you never know, that could end up leading us into a quest. We will talk to her later and see if we can get into this Italian court. Why are you sitting with him? That's crazy. And pull off a successful bank heist. But that remains to be seen. We'll find out later. For now, we